Good morning, all my friends, my colleagues, all the participants. Myself, G.M. Jadhav. I am assistant teacher of English in Saraswati Kanya Vidyalaya. Also, I have worked as a master trainer of English in Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan, and for 6 years, I also work with British Council. Here, Mr. Vinod Bahekar, who is a mathematician, he is expert along with me. Today, all friends, I am going to share my experience, how to speak English and how to write English. That is my topic. I welcome all of you. Dear friends, take an example of any language. It makes no difference whether it is Marathi, whether it is Telugu, Tamil, Kannada, English or Hindi. Every and each language has 5 basics. The first, to listen, to speak, to read, to write and to converse. When we go, all these 5 stages are included with each other. They are indulge each other, and so it is a saying that those who are good listener, they are good speaker. If you listen more and more, you try to speak it, and when you try to speak it, you try to read it, and when you try to read it, you always try to write it. And whatever you do with all these 4 activities, 4 skills, listening, speaking, reading, writing, then we try to communicate with each other. That is the 5 basic skills of any language in the world. When I was a student of English, when 26 years before, I was student of English from 5th standard. But nowadays, as we see, there are totally changes in education policies, and from KG to PG, all the opportunities are available. And so, from KG1, nursery, we the parents, we the teachers, we try to give more and more to our learners. And that's why it is not hard, because we are from India and 28 states there. And that's why we have different languages, regional languages in our country, and it affects our English. It affects our English. Moreover, I would like to dare to say that whenever I speak English as Maharashtrian, I live in Maharashtra. That's why the effect of Marathi is already exists on English. Let's take an example of Bengal, Bihar, Uttar Pradesh. They have their own tone while speaking English. There was an unnecessary fear of English that I can't speak, I can't read, I can't write, because English is a foreign language. And moreover, so many learners, they were unable to be master in English. But it is very simple and very easy. It needs only to have some basic grammar knowledge, then you will be a good speaker of English. But what type of grammar and what is the necessity of grammar while speaking? Because grammar purifies the language. That's why grammar is necessary. Suppose I would like to give an example. I later write. You can guess the meaning what I am going to say. I later write. But grammatically this is the wrong pattern. Why it is wrong pattern? When we listen these words, I write later, we can guess the meaning. But grammatically, it is not perfect. I write the letter. Subject when it is followed by verb, and verb is followed by object. That is the real pattern. So we must know what is subject. Subject means I, you, we, he, she, and any name, that is subject. Verb, to drink, to write, that is verb. And verb is followed by other words. This is the perfect pattern. So while speaking, basic knowledge is that you must have some basic grammar knowledge. And particularly when you are going to share your ideas, when you are going to share your views, then you have to be cautious about the tenses also. What are the tenses? What I have done yesterday, it is past tense. What I do today, that is present tense. And what I am going to do tomorrow, that is future tense. These 3 tenses, you must just read it anywhere. All the YouTube channels are there, newspapers are there. Continue practice makes you perfect. Friends, it is not necessary that you must have a brief knowledge of grammar, but at least if you want to be a good speaker, you must focus on tenses only. Daily routine, and you just use the simple words. There is no necessity that you should refer the Oxford dictionary or Cambridge dictionary, but what I do is everyday routine life. It is just put it in a simple way. Just practice it and you would be a good. For example, I just wake up in the morning, I go for a morning walk, I read, I come home, I become fresh, I take my breakfast, I prepare myself for school, I pick up my bag and come to school. That is very simple words. What I have done, the same sentences can be spoken in yesterday also. I woke up early in the morning, I went to walk, I came home. Just while speaking in about yesterday, about past, then you have to use the second form of verb. Each and every word or verb has three forms. For example, write, wrote, written. When you are talking about the past, then you have to use the second form of verb. Drink, drank, drunk, write, wrote, written, do, did, done, just like that. And when if you are planning for something, you are going to do it tomorrow, then only key words are there, will and shall. I will go, we shall play, we shall communicate, we shall participate. But just keep in mind one thing, what is the little bit difference between will and shall? When we should use will and when we should use shall. The will, it is for certainty. If I say that I will deliver a lecture, I will go to Pune, it means that confirm and 100% I will do it. And if I say that I shall go to Pune, I shall deliver a lecture, then it may be not certainty is not there. It is not yet I have to decide about that, to be or not to be is condition that there. And when you use in spoken language, when you use will, that is about certainty, and when you use shall while using the simple future tense, then these two words are keywords and you have to use accordingly. So my best wishes are with you. My email address, my mobile contact number is there. In any topic about reading, about speaking, about writing, I will always with you. Then just we will go to the next topic about how to write letter. Dear friends, there are two types of letters, formal letters and informal letters. Formal means the letters which are written to our relatives, our friends, that is formal letter. And if we are going to communicate or writing a letter to the editor, maybe chief secretary, maybe the any ministers, our regarding to our business, who is the convener, about then we have, that is official letter. And in the past, when I was a student of English and when I was a teacher of English, the pattern was decided there. In the past or just before few years, how to write a letter, it was, the guideline was given there. In the right corner of the page, we used to write our own address, then we go to the sarpanch, to the officials, to the editor. And then while writing a letter, one thing should be keep in mind, that your subject must be clear. Why? Because your subject is your declaration of your letter. That's why in a few words you can express your views, what I am going to deal with that particular person. Then applicant. One more thing is that we must, while we are writing a letter, we have some content with us, and body of the letter within 5 to 6 sentences we can conclude all the points in there. And last part of the letter writing is that about conclusion. If you are the person whom you are going to write, if it is known to you, you are familiar with that person, then there is no need to write respected sir. Always if you have good contacts with that person, always use dear sir, dear ma'am. So these are the changes. And nowadays what happen actually, you all the participants must know that the world has become a global village. Due to the privatization, globalization, we all come together, and that's why it is said that those who have command on English, they have demand always. So just focus all these points. I am always with you. By saying this, best wishes all of you along with Vinod Bahekar. I stop here. Thank you very much.